right, to create our repeat pattern, we're going to create a new artboard. When we have this open, we're going to need to create a 1000 by 1000 pixel artboard. And I have this as a print default so that we have, the CMYK with the 300 pixels per inch. I work with 1000 by 1000 because it's going to be easier when we deal with our XY coordinates, which you will see in just a moment. All right, go ahead and create new. And I'm going to use my Command R so that I can see my rulers. Command 0 just to reset it so that we have our artboard in the middle. And let's just go ahead and put a basic fill on this with no stroke. If you want a stroke, go for it, but for mine, I'm not going to. Let's just make some simple geometric shapes just to get used to doing a repeat pattern. So when I have these shapes on here, if this was to be a pattern, there wouldn't be any overlaps and you would be able to see the exact stream of the patterning with it. So we want this to be nice and seamless. So instead of floating here in the middle of the artboard, we need to worry with our X and our Y. So let's just do an overlap here. And anything that's on this coordinate is going to have to be on this side. Anything that's on the top is going to have to be on the bottom. So when I work with the left side, and then I work with the top, and then I do my echoes. So let's start with our left and our right. So what we need is for this to be completed over here so that if this were to be tiled side by side, they would be a perfect match and there would be seamlessness. So what we need to do, Command C, we just copied that, and then we need to paste it in front, and that's Command F. All right, so now we have a copy right on top of that one. What we need to do is get this over to that side. All right, I've changed it so that I can see my properties and then we can see our X and our Y. We need to get this moved over. So I'm gonna go over to my X and make a plus 1000. And that's going to move that object to the other side of that artboard so that when we have our duplicate, they're going to be perfectly seamless. Let's do the same for the top. Let's put it sort of up here just a little bit so that we can get the rest on the bottom. Copy, paste in front. So that was the X, this is the Y, and we want to add 1000 to this object. So then the top is matching the bottom. All right, let's get a couple of these smaller ones in. And maybe another one. We'll size it down just a little bit. So we have a little bit of variety. Copy it, paste it in front, and you guessed it, X plus 1000. All right, and that puts that on that side. I'm going to hold my Option key down and just duplicate that shape in there again. Now what happens if you have it on the bottom or the left, or the right, sorry, versus the left, is you need to do the negative. So I want to copy and paste that in front, but I need to move it up. So for this one, we need to minus the 1000 so that it goes in the right place. All right, so let's say we are happy with this. To make life a little bit easier, I am going to put a background shape on this so that we can see things. And let's just go with a weird blue just for contrast. All right, we're going to send it to the back with Shift Command left bracket. And then we're going to copy, paste another one so that this goes on top. This copy and paste is going to actually be our mask because we're going to select all with Apple A. We're going to right click and make a clipping mask. This is the part where you need to see if your pattern is actually working. So I'm going to Command negative to zoom out. Option, drag over, Command D, that would make duplicates. And then we're going to Option with those three down, line it up, Command D. So what this is doing is allowing us to see if there's anything that we need to change within our pattern. If we're all happy with it, we just go ahead, delete these guys, and then you can save it out as your Illustrator file, just in case you need to do changes later. That way you have your original native file, and then go ahead and export as a JPEG. Once you have that done, you have your repeat pattern. You can put it on different mock-ups. You can put it up on Spoonflower and make fabric, but it gives you a chance to make your own patterns from your work. I hope you enjoy.